Good afternoon, you teasing man on George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Badminton Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, can you believe it? We have a couple more days left of August. I'm telling you, time is flying. It's starting to get a little cooler now. We're not too far from fall, but it's still summer. It's still a little bit warm out there, but not as warm as it was uh, early in the summer. But anyway, we have some shows coming up this weekend. And one show that's particularly that has got my attention is the Alina Popa Classic. It is one of the few shows left for Olympic qualification. It's overseas. There's like two more shows, Alina, and also the show that's coming up after that, the Open Championships. And I had the pleasure of meeting Alina a couple of years back while I was at the Savannah Pro. It was a great opportunity to meet her. I think she's a great lady. She's been a multiple-time Olympic competitor. She's a Rising Phoenix champion. I mean, like I said, she's doing good work. She's stepping up. She added another show to her repertoire. She also promotes the Remaining Muscle Fest. And this is a great opportunity for women's bodybuilding to have a show. This is a totally solo all women's bodybuilding show. No other divisions. Maybe next year she might add another one just to stretch out a little bit and maybe give more opportunity for competitors overseas. So this came out a couple of days ago, so I wanted to wait a little bit before I made this video because sometimes you never know, someone might drop in, someone might drop out. It happens sometimes. But like I said, I want to talk about this because, like I said, as a promoter and a fan of women's bodybuilding, I wanted to share this with y'all. So first we have here is Mrs. Irene Anderson. Now, also, this is a lady I got also to meet at Savannah a couple years ago. She's been a multiple-time Olympic competitor. She's been multiple-time Rising Phoenix competitor. I mean, she made a documentary Too Big for This World, which was about what's going on with the IFBB and women's bodybuilding. She's a fan of bodybuilding, and she also works with Helen Trevino and Gina Carvalho with their Teen Coach Pro business, and she's working helping other competitors. Like I said, Irene, can you believe this woman's almost in her 60s, and still amazing, especially size development. I mean, I just did a comparison with her a couple of days ago. Like I said, it's just been at least a week after the Rising Phoenix where she competed at. I don't know how she's going to do because this, like I said, it's just a week and there's not much you can do within that time. It's really tough. But like I said, she might do pretty well. Next up is a lady who also I've interviewed and also met. And this was in 2022. This was the year where she won her fourth Olympic qualification as a women's bodybuilder. And, because she's been to Olympia multiple times, both in women's bodybuilding and physique, this is the lovely Mrs. Roshana Boswell. Roshana also just competed at the Rising Phoenix. I think she got 10th place at that show. And like I said, this is really close. To bring in the level conditions, especially to compete, to get your Olympic qualification, it's going to be tough. She's been to Romania before. That's where the Master Olympic was held last year. And let's see how she does. Like I said, I'm a fan of Roshana. She's a great mother, a great wife, and also a coach and a trainer. I hope she does well. Next to the lady who I get to interview some time ago is one Miss Ivana Dovakova. And I forgot her name, I apologize for that. Ivana has been competing for quite some time. She was in women's physique for a bit, but switched over to women's bodybuilding. She last competed at Marine Muscle Fest. I know recently she moved from to Czech Republic to Germany. And I think it probably is a good move for her. I think maybe more opportunities. Germany's kind of regrowing for bodybuilding. If you can bring in a good level of conditioning and development, she can place well at this show. Next one we have is Julia Furry. And you saw Julia also competed. There's another competitor here. This is one of 3 competitors that competed at the Rising Phoenix this last weekend. And amazing woman, amazing physique, great conditioning. That's one thing. I think her conditioning needs just to be a little better. She has that size. She has a definition. It's just one thing I think it's a thing that she needs to work on. She's one of 2 competitors from Switzerland that's competing in the show. And this is another lady who's competing in the show who's, I would say, they're good friends and know each other. And that is Jacqueline J. Fuchs. As you know, Jay's been competing for quite some time. She's been to the Rising Phoenix. She's been a top contender, in my opinion, in bodybuilding. She last competed at the Portugal Pro, where she got 3rd. The thing is, she does have that size, and she's working with Hella, Irene, and also Gina. She has the size. It's just again, the condition is the thing she needs to work on. If you come in tighter, drier, if you have that nice pop, the judges really like that. So, like I said, I'm a fan of Jay. I think she's definitely a competitor that might get her Olympic qualification at this show. But one person I feel like who might have a great chance is Martina Lopez. She's originally from Spain. She didn't compete for quite some time. She last competed at the Imperio that was in Spain, and she made her debut at the Triple O Dynasty. Now she turned pro in 2023, and I think she may need more time before she made her pro debut, but she wanted to compete. That's a lot of things with our competitors. They want the opportunity to represent themselves in competition. She took fifth at the Triple O, and she took second at the Imperial, right behind Nadia Capasoto. So if she can bring in just a better look compared to who she was at Imperial, she might. I feel like definitely just might be her Olympic qualification. Next up we have is Mo Se Ma Morami. I was trying to work with her name. It's sometimes very difficult. She's originally from Iran, and this is going to be her pro debut. Not much information I got about her. And the thing is, I think Mona Persolet really has inspired a lot of women from that part of the world against bodybuilding. She's one, and there's another lady who's also from Iran, but she's completes a physique. But I seen that lady. I think she should switch over to women's bodybuilding. That's just my opinion. Next up we have is Aldi Opra. Now, Miss Opra, she was physique last year. Now she switched over to women's bodybuilding. She's done pretty good. I think she made top 5 at the Imperial where she made a debut, and she was third here at the fourth. Sorry, she was fourth here at the Portugal Pro. Like I said, she has the size, condition is almost there, and if she comes like I said again, just a little tighter. That's the thing. They want you coming nice and tight, even though you have the size. They want you really come tight. Like look at what Angela Yo did. She possibly could get a little qualification. Like I said, it's a tough lineup. We have some ladies here that are just very impressive. Last we have is from she's also from Hungary, just like Alina, is Osia Troskis. If I pronounce the name, I apologize. She was physique for a while. She competed at the Imperial just a couple of months ago, and now she's making her women's bodybuilding debut at this show in Romania. She has maybe one thing I think she might need to work on is size. And I know some reason why some women switch over to women's bodybuilding physique because you have to have a certain look, tighter weight, the more conditioning, and that things I think she might need to work on. How she's gonna place, we'll see. Like I said, if other ladies don't come in the condition they need to for the show, she can crack in the top 5. One person I was thinking might need to do this show to get her Olympic qualification is Hunter Henderson. But I doubt she will come out of, leave the States, come over to another country to do it. But you know what? If she did this show, I would definitely think she will get Olympic qualification. I know she lives in Vegas, and there's a possibility she might try to get Olympic qualification at the show in Anaheim, because that show is for next year's Olympia 2025. But like I said, she looked pretty good at Chicago, and she took second to Sarah Priami. Next to the lady who I'm a fan of, I think she's a beautiful physique, a great lady, that is Mayla Ash. Mayla Ash has been multi-time Olympic competitor herself, both for women's bodybuilding and physique. She did a couple of shows this year, which was the Chicago and Tampa. She was on the list for the Rising Phoenix, but don't know what happened. She dropped out. And, she's been to that show at least 2 or 3 times in her career. I know a while back she was in a wreck right after she came back from competing at the last year's Arena Muscle Fest. Maybe there's still issues, but if you still competing these other shows, we never know. You can never tell. If she bring in, like I said, her condition is one thing that always has done her pretty well. But the last few shows, it's been kind of off. She might need to take some time off. Maybe just skip competing for a year. Maybe work on a few things. Maybe let her body try to, just really get into the groove. But like I said, I'm a fan of Mayla. I hope she's well, and I hope we do see her, maybe by next year, if not the year after. Next up is a lady who did pretty good in her career as a women's bodybuilder. That is Anastasia Kobaleva. Now, Anastasia originally from Russia, she's been competing for quite some time. She's been in the bodybuilding since her, I think, her mid-20s. I don't think she's not even 30 yet. And she really did good. She has competed at the Marina Muscle Fest for almost 4 or 5 years, ever since she turned pro. And she took second to Lavinia Barros. But like I said, she lives in Romania, I heard. But I'm wondering why she didn't do this show. I think she might be just waiting just to do the Romania Muscle Fest, but this show is also Romania. Why not do it? I mean, this could get you a little qualification. But the thing is, I hope she does have a visa, because if you don't have a visa, you can't even get to the country. That's the problem. It's tough. But like I said, this would be a show she would have done well at. I mean, she might, if she win, she might place in the top 3 or top 5. Now, this is going to be a show in Romania, and the time zone is different. As you know, I think they're like about 6 or 7 hours different from the United States. So, depending what time they start, I know I'm going to miss the prejudging. I was thinking about watching the show, but it's the end of the month for me, and I'm about broke, so I can't afford any more pay-per-views. I already done at least 3 this month, and I would love to watch the show. Maybe down the line, hope to have it next year. The opportunity to watch it. I don't know if I will get that early to watch the prejudging. I think sometimes you can watch it. Later you can watch it again if you missed it the first time. But Alina's doing pretty good work. She stepped in where other promoters either kicked out women's bodybuilding or dropped the show altogether. And her Wings of Strength, their relationship has been a good relationship. And the Marine Muscle Fest is coming up in a couple of months, right after this and after the Olympia. And I would say this is a great opportunity for any competitors to do the show, especially women's bodybuilding. We really do need the shows. And I hope it does stay out. I hope that some promoters will jump on. Maybe she might have to add another division on here. Maybe stretch out some. Maybe get some promoters to get interested, like wellness or bikini. Those two will always often bring money. But like I said, I wish for the best for this show. I will say congratulations to all the competitors competing this coming Sunday. And I want to say thank you, Alina Popa, for stepping up and giving the opportunity where all the people have been pushing on women's bodybuilding. And this is Man Always George Page, a.k.a. the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out.